Hey guys, good afternoon. Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Bridget. How you guys doing today? I hope you're all doing well. Please consider subscribing if you have not yet done so. And if you hit on the bell sign, you get notification whenever I post my videos. So guys, I'm sharing this story with you guys today this story is really making me sick to the pit of my stomach. Like I saw this story and it was like I should get into this situation and just do something about it, but it's just not possible for me to do that. I am feeling very, very pained in my spirit because of what Chinese people are doing in Africa and in Nigeria particularly. So this story has it that the Chinese couple locked up 8 Nigerian employees for 4 months. This couple that you are looking at, I'm going to play you the video in a minute, where they said the police arrested a Chinese couple. According to major Nigerian newspaper has carried the story, but I'm reading it from the Punch newspaper. It says that the police have arrested a Chinese couple in Abuja for allegedly locking up their Nigerian employee in their apartment for the past 4 months. 8 domestic workers were rescued by the personnel of the Otako Divisional Police Station on Tuesday, following a tip-off by a resident who reported the incident to the human rights radio station. The police raided the residence of the Chinese in Jabi area of Abuja and took the unidentified couple and their domestic employee to the station. And in the footage provided by International Center for Investigative Reporting, the victim said that they've been locked up in their apartment since February.
This one, you save this one.
When I was seriously asking for the open the door for me. So let the work. Me, I know my room will be a rich spot. I don't mind. Let me go for some people. For some people.
See this one. See this one. I'm not going back to work.
They got this money that he came back here in 8 minutes. They said if you are late, you can go. You cannot go. If somebody is going out, you will send the person to buy something for you. This guy bought pure water. They got his money that he bought something for them or something. What do they want us to do? My sister, everybody.
So how long have you been here?
Since February.
Since February.
Since February we are here.
And they're not even giving us food.
They're not giving you food.
They don't give us anything. Apart from your salary, they can't give you anything.
Now even the salary they will cut it.
The policeman, the child that drag you, so I can
A lady who did not give her name said the domestic workers were not allowed to move out of the building, and that the couple refused to allow her to go for treatment when she took ill. She said that she was seriously sick and she asked the Chinese employer to open the gate for her, but they refused until she became very angry and they opened the door. She knew her life is at risk, but she does not mind. Let the world know what is happening. They told us that if anyone was going out, he could help buy something for us. But when the man, he was referring to another man there, went to buy sachet water, and what did they do? They deducted some of his salary. They had to stay in the room and talk to people through windows. They didn't give them food apart from the salary, and they didn't give them anything. They even cut their salary whenever they go out or whenever they try to go anywhere. So the driver of the Chinese couple said, he identified himself as Alex, said that him and 7 others have been working against their will for the couple since the outbreak of COVID-19 in February. They were not allowed to go out since February. If any of them went out, they knew that a certain percentage of their salary would be deducted. Even on Monday, when one of the men who works there sent someone to buy water, 500 was deducted from his salary, and he is yet to be paid. Another worker said that 3,000 naira was deducted from his salary because he went out to fill his pensions form. I mean, this story is just so sad that, like I said, it's really making me sick to the pit of my stomach. That the fact that these Chinese people think that they have the guts to come to Nigeria and enslave Nigeria. And I keep asking myself after I saw this story, that is this a second colonialization or what? Is Africa? The British have done their own in Nigeria. Is Chinese now colonizing Nigeria all over again, because I really don't understand what the Chinese people are doing in Nigeria. And if the federal government really know what is good for them, it is high time they send all these Chinese nationals packing from Nigeria as soon as possible. And I will explain to you why I'm saying this and why I feel very strongly about this matter. So, in May this year, 17 Chinese people were arrested. Chinese men were arrested for illegal mining. This happened in Osun State. And a total of 27 people were arrested for the illegal mining, and they apprehended 17 Chinese nationals, 10 locals, who were aiding and abetting these Chinese people that you can see here. They will come from China, bring their equipment, and then all in the pretext of offering one service or the other. They know where the resources. They offer them small money, like this story that happened in Osun State. They were even aided by the Baale of the town. The two people, the 10 people that were arrested, including them, included the traditional ruler, which is the Baale of the village. This arrest was confirmed by the deputy chief of police to the state governor, and they said that no responsible government will fold his hands and watch his land being degraded by unauthorized persons. And this is from the Premium Times, and he said that they were arrested in Oshu State by this, this task force that was created as a result of all this Boko Haram and how they are killing people in the south of Nigeria. So this Amotekun was created in some states. I think it's in all the Yoruba states they created them. So it was around Ilesha and Ife, axis of the state, that this task force, this Amotekun, captured this Chinese national, 17 Chinese people, stealing resources from Nigeria. Stealing resources from Nigeria, and it didn't just happen in Osun State alone. There was another case of in Zafaran State in this same year where two Chinese nationals were also involved in illegal mining, and they were also arrested. So you see, it is a systemic and calculated attempt by these Chinese people who pretend to come to Nigeria. They offer, maybe they will come to a community and offer them one borehole. And from that, because they already have the information where the minerals are, they will go there and begin to steal the mineral. What the British stole from us ages ago, we've not been able to recover it. If you go to the British National Museum, all the Benin artifacts, all the ones they stole from Ile-Ife, they are all there, of which they've refused to give back to us. Now, in this broad daylight, in a so-called democracy in Nigeria, you find that Chinese nationals are coming to Nigeria. Not only are they treating the staff of their establishment very badly, illegally, can you imagine them holding people, like imprison their workers? They have very terrible working conditions that when they employ you, rest assured that they're going to make every blood and sweat in your body drop for that work that they are paying you for. They kept these people locked up since February, all in the guise of working for them. And they usually have restaurants. You know what they usually do? They go everywhere and they open this restaurant, and then maybe if they don't have enough, because usually they will not employ local people except for the many tasks that they need people to do for them. And then they begin to treat them anyhow. This is so unfortunate. And the thing that is really pissing me off the most about this, it's not even about the Chinese people that have the audacity to come to Nigeria and be behaving like this. It's the fact that the Nigerian government, they are a useless government, that they have no authority in their own jurisdiction, in their own country. A Nigerian person cannot go to China and go and imprison a Chinese person. So what happens is that we are treated badly in our own country by foreigners. We come abroad and we are treated badly by the same foreigners. So Nigerians in China, we've heard the stories of how Chinese people behave towards Nigeria in China. They have to be running, they imprison them, they treat them very badly. Some of them, they will not rent house to them. They are so racist towards them. And then these same people will come to Nigeria and they will have the guts to be treating Nigerians badly again. And why is this happening in Nigeria? It's because we have an irresponsible, useless, good for nothing government that does not care about the welfare of its people. Because you cannot tell me in a country like the UK here that a foreigner will come to this country and begin to, employ the nationals, British citizens, and then, imprison them or treat them badly or inhumanely. It's never going to happen. That establishment will be closed down. Those people, their visas will be cancelled, and they will be deported back to where they came from. But as you can see from the story, they've already granted them bail. They've arrested the Chinese couple, but they've already granted them bail. And I can assure you that once money passes, greases the palm of the DPO or whoever now, they will not see to the logical conclusion of this matter by, charging them to court and canceling their visas. A lot of Chinese are in Nigeria illegally. They don't even have visa. Some of them, their visas have expired. Nobody's checking. I mean, I just feel like, do they feel like Nigeria is such a country that there's no, if anybody bothers to come, then they should allow them to do whatever they like. They should live there for as long as they like, visa or no visa. Immigration should not even, be effective or anything. But you've forgotten that these people always have an ulterior motive. This is what I was saying when I was told about the airport that they are building. Chinese people will give you an inch and they will take a mile from you. But the African governments are so corrupt that all they can think of is the money they are borrowing from them, with the so-called development that they are bringing. But they've forgotten that what they are taking back is way more than what they are giving. Chinese people will never give you anything free. So you can see why this thing is really pissing me off. It's not the fact alone that they are treating Nigerians very poorly. Imprison people. Imagine you imprison matured men and women like this, not allowing them to go and see their family, not allowing them to go out. Somebody is even sick and you deduct their salary because they went to buy medication. So you treat them as if they are not human beings, that you are better than them. What gives these people the audacity to behave as if they are better than us black people? I don't know why they feel like they are better than us. They are not better than us in any way. And they have the guts to behave like this because we allow them. And that is what is paining me, because the government allows them. You can see how long have these people been behaving like this, and how many more restaurants do we have across, or businesses we have across. If you go to a place like Lagos, I went to a supermarket in Lagos when I was in Lagos last year. It was owned by all these foreigners. So many supermarkets in Nigeria are owned by foreigners, and it is their people that work there. But when you say when I don't know if they pay taxes, or they even, the government even cares about the way they operate. They are so reckless. They do whatever they like and they get away with it because we have a useless government. And then they will go to all the interior places like Zamfara, Osun State, and other places in Nigeria and be doing illegal mining. Ask me what is happening to whatever they've mined from that place. Whatever it is that they are exploiting, what's going to happen to them? They're going to find a way to take it to their country. They don't have any genuine mining licenses. They are not registered to the government, according to the article here, but they always find a way to go into the interior areas of Nigeria, and aided by the confused indigenes who are always looking for only what they can eat. They will grease their palms with, little change, not knowing that they are robbing themselves. Because, with all these people, it is the immediate gratification they are thinking of. Okay, they will give them a few thousand naira and they are okay. And they don't know that it's their future these people are stealing. This thing, I think the federal government, they really need to do something about it. But of course, as we know, we have a sleeping government. We have a sitting president who doesn't care about the welfare of the people. He doesn't even know what is happening. And, sadly, these people continue to get away with this. How many more stories are we going to hear about how the Chinese people are operating recklessly all across Nigeria before Buhari will do something about this? We have an immigration service and we have a foreign affairs service. The politicians don't care. You will see, go to the Senate and say they have a house for this, they have this for this, they have a senator for this. But you think they're going to look into it? No. Once they grease their palm, that's it. That's why you see things like this begin to happen. They continue to happen because our government is so irresponsible. This is very, very sad, guys. I'm just, I'm feeling very pained that people are being treated in their own country like this. When we come abroad, we walk on eggshells because this is not our country. In our own country again, then some people will come there. Some Chinese people, of all people, will come there and be imprisoning people because of what? Because they are employing them. Yeah, because when there's no job, whatever job that they see, they will take and manage. And they will keep themselves, even though they know that what these people are doing to them is wrong, because they don't want to lose their job, they will sit down there. Because it is the person that is providing the job for them that is their king, that is their Lord and Maker. So you can imagine, this is really, really sad and shameful. I think Nigerian government should always cover their faces in shame. All these politicians, especially Buhari, he should always cover his face with shame, because the kind of atrocities that he allows to go on in that country, in a democracy, in a sovereign country, it is just, unbelievable. Seriously. So, guys, I'm just going to leave it here today. I know it's a rant, but it's just the way I feel about it. I feel very pain in my spirit, and I'm really, really angry But yeah, leave me your thoughts and your comments in the comment section. I'll speak to you guys in my next one. I love you. Bye.
Leaders are show us money. Uneme.